Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the T-43, the Tier 7 Russian medium tank. This is a tank I know a lot of people have some trouble playing because it's a typical Russian medium. It doesn't have a lot of armor, and the gun is underwhelming. It's a Tier 7 tank that only has 144mm of penetration. Its rate of fire is okay, 180 alpha damage, so the DPM is okay on the 85mm, but the penetration can cause problems, especially when you consider this tank can see tier 9s. So 144mm of penetration is not great, and its premium ammo is actually okay, 194mm of penetration, but again, you've got that 180 alpha damage, which is okay against quite a lot of tanks. It's okay in tier 7, tier 8 games, but when you are up against tier 9s, you really do require a lot of shots to chip away at the health of higher tier tanks. And as a result, you don't get a lot of players who like this tank. It's only got 1100 hit points, and as a result, when you get it into higher tier games, it can be quite challenging to play. However, it is a medium tank. It's quite fast, it's quite maneuverable, and as I say, the gun's reload is okay, and if you can penetrate your targets, it's quite punchy. Anyway, we are here on what map is this? I've been away from World of Tanks for so long. This map is Sacred Valley, and I'm platooned with Bringy and Sneaking Badger, so we're tier 7s in a tier 8 game. And right at the beginning of this game, I think this game was played off stream, I have told the other two, I am going to get you guys spots. This tank doesn't have great view range, and I'm trying to get around Bringy, because I'm trying to get into position quickly. But you'll see that Sneaking Badger and Bringy are going to be heading up the hill. They're in tanks that have great guns, but not particularly great armor. And even though I'm not bottom tier, but I'm mid tier, I am planning to be quite aggressive. I want to get a lot of spots for my team. It's an encounter game on Sacred Valley, and that means usually a lot of tanks head up the hill. And you can see that I'm hungry for the Ace Tanker. Thankfully, after rebuying this tank, I think this is my third game in the tank after rebuying it. It didn't take me long to get the Ace Tanker, but I'm planning to be basically a pain in the ass. My plan is to come up here, spot enemy tanks, be spotted, get shot at, and I bounce on the side of an ISU. So basically what I want the enemy tanks to do is I want the enemy tanks to try and get me out of this really, really awkward corner. My team are advancing along the B and C lines, so I reckon that I'm fairly safe to my right as long as my team keep advancing. And all I want to do is I want to move up, spot tanks for my teammates on the hill. You can see we've got a lot of tanks on the hill. And there we go. Tiger 88's coming down, ISU 152's coming down. There's RT in the game, so I'm hoping RT can do some work. You can see that Bringy put a shot into the Tiger 88. At least I assume it was Bringy, because the 318 damage done to that Tiger wasn't particularly high, and it would be quite difficult for the SU-122-44 to pen. So you can see all of these tanks are starting to get annoyed at me being down here. I'm spotting them, they're getting shot from the hill, and they're rushing me, and that is exactly what I wanted to do. So I track the KV-85 in a really, really bad position. His gun depression means that he can't hit me, and I'm able to get a shot into him and take him out. So that's pretty much 100% of that damage done to that KV-85 that either I've done or I get assistance damage for. And again, I'm moving up, I'm being a pain in the ass, I'm spotting all of these tanks up here. And again, Tiger, bad angle, but now the Black Prince is moving down and I tunnel vision did not spot the IS. So there we go, I'm almost down to half health just from one shot from an IS. You don't have that many hit points, but there we go. We've just gotten the IS killed, and now the Black Prince is getting eaten alive. So lots and lots of assistance damage. And I notice a Tiger 88 has come down underneath the bridge. And yeah, we bounced the Black Prince. But now I can't reverse too far because this Tiger is going to get rear shots on me. Enemy Tiger comes down to get me from the front while I was focused elsewhere, and he dies to all the tanks shooting him from the hill. Black Prince is now going to be moving down, and basically my plan is working out. Black Prince can't pen me, but these tanks are just annoyed with me sitting in this position. They're all suiciding to come down and kill me, so we reverse, we get a shot into on the Tiger 88. If he turns to shoot me, oh, unfortunate there, but if he turns to shoot me, he's going to get shot in the side from the hill. And there we go. Tiger 1 came down. He gets taken out. Now the Black Prince is back. Go for a track shot. And I'm waiting for my team to kill him. And there we go. Another kill. Jagdtiger's looking my way and very, very lucky to bounce. Going for a difficult shot on his machine gun port. But I haven't fired any premium ammo. I'm using the standard AP. So Jagdtiger's not focused on me again. Looking for that side shot. And again, he's at a really, really bad angle. But now the Jagdtiger is gone, and there we go. The plan was made, the plan was executed, and it worked. I've only got 1 kill, I've only done 490 damage, but I've caused the death of about 6 or 7 enemy tanks. So we're moving up. T-28 prototype. Is he looking my way? Yes, he is, but he misses. So now I've got time to reload, I've got time to put a shot in, I've got to deal with this gun depression, and I can't. Gun depression's too poor, can't get a shot into his side, but he misses again. So now I'm going to try and circle him. He rams me for a little bit of damage, but I've got his traverse speed beaten. And as you can see, it's a typical medium tank. You can't circle big slow tanks to death. So I finally get another kill, and flaming RT nearly ends my game there. But I know where RT is as a result. Just 2 tanks left on the enemy team. ISU-152 really isn't a danger. Just moving in on RT while looking to see whether or not I can get a shot on the ISU. And Bringy takes him out. So really, really, really solid game. Game couldn't have gone any better. Get 1 shot on the move. And a lot of people have problems playing the T-43. I see a lot of comments in the forums that it's not a great tank. As I say, I'm quite happy with this. Took a risk there that maybe he had reloaded, but kill him on us with a 2nd shot on the move. But T-43, it's a typical medium tank. Its gun is not fantastic when you try to go head-to-head against enemy tanks, as you saw. But when you can use its speed, you can use its maneuverability, you can get to the side and rear and do damage. Thankfully, I didn't have to do a lot of that in that game. Was able to move into position, be basically a pain in the ass. And as long as you have teammates up on the hill at J8, J9, supporting you, it's a really, really effective position as long as the enemy team don't rush you. Thankfully, they came down to kill me 1 by 1, and they ended up paying the price. So as I say, it took about 3 games to get the ace tanker in this tank, and I happily sold it. It's not a bad tank, but it's definitely not one worth keeping. Nothing special here, just the ace tanker. I finished top on XP with 1301, 1140 damage, so really, really low damage game for an ace tanker, but it wasn't about the damage. It was about the assistance damage. So I did almost 4,000 assistance damage simply by moving into that really, really awkward position. And really, don't try it on a standard battle because the spawns are different, but in a encounter game, it can work. I've done it a few times in medium tanks, but that was my first ace tanker in that position. So I fired 18, hit 16, and only pen 10. The penetration on the gun isn't great, and I don't fire a lot of premium. I try to avoid firing premium whenever I can, and as a result, that 144mm of penetration didn't do a heck of a lot of damage. But I did spot 4, damage 7, destroyed 3, and did, as I say, 4,000 assistance damage. And even though I didn't do a lot of damage, I still earned 45,500 credits due to that assistance damage with a premium account. 1951 XP on a ×2 left me on 3,902. So yeah, that's how I like to play Encounter on Sacred Valley when I'm in a medium tank that's fairly fast. Doesn't always work, sometimes you get absolutely zerged and die very, very quickly. But as I say, when you know you have teammates, and I knew I had 2 platoon mates to back me up, plus whatever other tanks from my team went up on the hill, it could be quite effective. Anyhow, T-43 is done and dusted. I sold the T-43, rebought the KV-13, so I'm starting to play the KV-13 again. It's another mid-tier Russian tank. I haven't got an ace tanker in yet, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get the ace tanker in it pretty quickly. But thank you guys at home for watching. I'll see you next time.